I'm Cadence the drummer, and this is my corner. If you're new to this channel that I share with my twin sister, where we talk about all things music, art, and Black owned, welcome. If you have been rocking with us for some time, welcome back. Today I want to talk about a company where I ordered quite a lot of items from recently. As you all know, I am still studying to get my Pro Tools certification. I know, it has been a long time, and just due to some personal things, I had to put studying and that type of thing on the back burner, but I have not forgotten about my goals and I'm still working towards it. But while I was working towards getting into the class for the certification, I needed a bunch of supplies. So today I really want to talk about my experience with Sweetwater. Now, this is not a Black-owned business. I know that's what we typically highlight, but because this is music related, I think it is important to share my overall experience with this particular company. I initially heard about Sweetwater through my music internship. That internship, now that I think about it, has been super clutch. It just has exposed me to a lot of things I would have probably never heard of or seen otherwise. You can order from them online. I believe they are based in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that they are. And basically what happened is I had a huge list of supplies that I needed for my specific class. And these are things that you have to have in order to be able to navigate in Pro Tools, complete the class, really apply the new information that you're learning. And so the reason I wanted to share Sweetwater with you all is because that's where I got the majority of my items that I ordered. I bought my microphone, I bought my microphone stand, I bought my pop filter, I bought my speakers, I bought basically everything I needed from that specific company. And what makes this company so unique is that they have sales engineers. And these people are like musicians themselves and really know what they're talking about. There's a company that's pretty popular that I won't mention, but I really don't like too much because I feel like I go into this particular business and every time people are on their phones, they're standing around, they don't want to help you, and I'm just like, I'm coming in here to spend some money and I can't spend any money. So it was nice that with Sweetwater, because they saw the order that I placed and how large it was, one of the representatives reached out to me. They reach out like via text, they call you, they email you. They're really good about getting connected with you to make sure that you know what you're ordering. But the reason the person specifically, my sales engineer, reached out to me, shout out to you, Anthony, was because an item that I ordered was out of stock and he was calling to see if there were any recommendations he could make of an item that I could get instead, or just trying to gauge how I felt about possibly waiting. And I'm so glad that the item was out of stock. It was my speakers. Maybe I'll talk about my speakers in another video, but I was really grateful because what he recommended, I'm so much happier with. I love the look, the design, everything about these specific speakers that I got in place of the ones that would have that were out of stock or that were on back order. So I'm grateful that he was knowledgeable of everything. He listened to my situation, listened to what I would be using the speakers for, and then made a recommendation based on that. And it also doesn't hurt too that it was in a similar price point of what I was going to spend anyway, and then I didn't have to wait to get it. So I would say definitely think about giving Sweetwater a try because of these things. So the top things I would say is that you can order a bunch of gear, audio gear, drum equipment, guitar equipment, studio equipment online. So that's a bonus, that's a plus. You can order online because these days who has time to go and look in person? I sometimes like to still look in person though. If it's late at night and I'm thinking about what I want to order, it is nice to be able to place an order online. So I would say that's one thing. Next thing is that they have knowledgeable sales engineers. And what's great is that a lot of these people are musicians themselves and have used a lot of the equipment that they are recommending. So it is nice that you have a second set of eyes and ears because, of course, when you get ready to purchase something, you do research. Some people don't do research. I do a lot of research before I buy anything because I work hard for my money and I don't want to just buy something and be unhappy with it. So there's that. They have knowledgeable sales engineers and they have a huge variety of things available for purchase. The communication is great with the company. Like I mentioned before, that they have different methods of how they actually contact people. So they could text you, they could email you, they could give you a call. those work for me because I'm a text message kind of person. If you really want to get me on the phone, you got to text me first. So there's that. But it was nice that he reached out and was, he followed up. Their follow-up game is strong. He followed up with me after a little bit of time to make sure I got my items and that I was happy with them. And I was. I had to leave definitely a positive review because I could have been really lost on my own had he not stepped in and provided some guidance. Now, of course, I did research. Of course, I was following the direction of the supplies listed in the class that I was in. But you really don't know what you're getting until you try it and see if it works for your needs. And I was grateful that everything worked out really well. Another thing I would say, be prepared to spend some money, because when you put a couple of things in your cart, you find that some other things find their way into your cart too. So have your budget and try to stick to it. But for me, I try to stick to it, but I usually go over budget. I'm working on that. I've had a very positive experience with Sweetwater. And because of that, I think you should give it a try too. This is not a sponsored video or anything like that, but I'm just trying to share the things that have helped me along the way. If I would have known this type of company existed way back when, it could have saved me a lot of trips to a certain place that shall remain nameless that has always left me disappointed. Well, mostly left me disappointed. At least I found a place that I can go to, look online, and get the things that I need. Now, if you made it to the end of this video, you know what you need to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe.